Hello YouTube, hello Facebook, how are you doing today? Welcome back to the channel and another coin collecting video. If you enjoy these coin collecting videos, it would mean a lot to me if you would hit that like button and then head over either to my site or to my channel and follow along so that you see whatever I'm up to. So like I said, today we're going to get back to the coin collection. I've worked substantially on the setup, so hopefully you'll actually be able to see the coins in detail today. Speaking of which, if you want me to go back and look over some of the coins that I've already seen, comment down below which ones that you'd like to see in detail the most. I know that one eagle German one I would like to go back and revisit for you at least, and then that Italian coin too, the one that had Italian on it. It's a big coin, it's gorgeous. But yeah, anyway, let's get right into the coins. I got something to share with you about my grandmother too, so let's jump right into that. Okay, let's get into this. So hopefully this camera angle all works out and stuff, and it's much clearer than the last one. I know it's not perfectly ideal. It's got this in it, and you know, all this stuff too. I just had to make sure it's not showing anything personal or anything, so I had to do any cropping. But yeah, I know it's not ideal, but it'll work. It's much clearer and you'll get some detail of the coins. I also got to tell you something about the coins before we start, but I'm going to tell you about my grandmother first. Growing up, like I told you guys before, my grandmother died when I was 13, 14. And when I spent time with my grandmother growing up, it was usually playing, either playing cards, or like I was up there, you know, helping my dad help her, type of thing. My dad really loved her, and he did, you know, he always cooked her supper. He was always, if the host needed anything or whatever, he was doing it. Yeah, but anyway, so me and my grandmother used to play, and my grandmother taught me how to play. And God knows how many of you will actually relate to this. We used to play crib, which, if you don't know, is kind of like a board game slash card game. I'm not going to get into the rules or anything, but basically you move a peg from start to finish, and the first person to get to the finish wins. You know, as a young kid, especially in the era that I grew up in, which was like, you know, early to late 90s, kids were kind of being incessantly babied. Incessantly babied, and I was one of those children. Not by my grandmother though. So like, you know, I was kind of used to people letting me win games and stuff, but not my grandmother. My grandmother used to stomp me at crib really good, and she would rub it in my face. She would make fun of me and it used to really piss me off. But looking back at it, when I would win against her, it actually meant something, you know what I mean? And she you know, and she was onto the bigger picture like that. She was a great person. So yeah, anyway, let's get into these coins. So this is kind of awkward. So there are two kind of no coins in this series. I've looked at most of these coins, I won't lie to you. They've been out for like a week now or two. I haven't been able to film, so let's look at these two no coins first. We'll block that one. So this one here, as you can see, I don't know if you can see the name very well. I want to keep the other one covered. So it's Vit something. We'll flip it around. Shoot. Would be upside down. Italia. So this was made in fascist Italy during the Second World War, I think. Yeah, I'm almost positive. I know I saw a year on it. I just can't remember where it was. I'm almost sure it was 1943. I could be wrong about that. Anyway. Oh, there it is. 1940. Down in the bottom left corner down here. Stupid video. But yeah, so that's an interesting coin. I believe Mussolini was alive then. I'm not a historian. I mean, I know enough to, you know, And so this is the other one. You might have just caught a glimpse of it. Let's flip it around. You're probably getting an idea of what's on the other side of this. So this is a Reichs Pfennig or Pfennig. Is it Pfennig? I don't know what it is. I don't speak German. But look at that. Isn't that crazy? So my grandmother likely saw the, saw the significance of this, and when she came across it, she decided to keep it. And those are the two no-no coins. Very interesting, but definitely no-no coins. Alright, so I think I see a couple of these that aren't super interesting. So let's start with this one. I mean, I say it's not super interesting, but it's kind of interesting. So this one is going to be, I was doing this so well before I was recording. 1 cent with a little piggy on it. I'm having real trouble turning this the right way for some reason. With a piggy. Let's do this. This is how I was doing it before. And Victoria on the other side, and if you might be able to see Bermuda. With our girl Queen Elizabeth. We like Queen Elizabeth around here. We don't like the monarch, but we like Queen Elizabeth. Okay, so let's go with this one next. Although, actually, let's go with this one next. These two. So this one, new penny. With Liz on it, again. I thought that had, yeah, 1971. I was going to say, I thought it had a year on it. So yeah, 1971, not super new or anything. Same with this one. Just, I don't know, maybe Grammy liked 71 for some reason. She might have. I doubt it. She probably just, that's probably just what she had or something. I don't know. I don't think there's any, like, mistakes that year or anything. Hopefully I'm in frame here. I have it zoomed out pretty good. I should be able to fix it if not. I also have it on auto frame, which if you're interested in me explaining how I do that, I just figured this out, but it's a really cool program. You kind of have to have a specific graphics card for it, but I'd love to explain it to you if you'd like me to. So this one is a Canadian 1967. So it's a centennial. It was celebrating the 100th year of Canada. We just celebrated the 150th not long ago in 2017. And it's got that, is that a Canadian goose? Or is it a duck? If I had to guess, I'm going to say it's a Canada goose, but I'm not sure. I don't know why I said that like I'm from the top of Ontario. Canada goose. Canada goose. Goose. All of a sudden I'm getting accent conscious, and in my last video on when I went to Clam Harbour, I was speaking like JFK for some reason, which was an interesting choice, but kind of funny at the same time. So here's another one of these birdie coins, which I find to be very pretty, and I will keep those forever. They're not worth anything, but I will keep them forever. Okay, let's pick a more interesting one here. Don't want you guys to lose interest. I know how short your attention span is. Let's go with this one. So this was just post First World War, 1919, featuring this guy, which I still haven't quite figured out. So this is George V. He's depicted differently in other ways without the crown. And I don't really care that much, like I told you guys last time. I just find it interesting. And I also find it interesting how terrible our coinage has gotten. Whoops. Like, this might not be the prettiest coin on earth, but it's much prettier than our current. Like, look at the maple leaf floral around. Like, don't get me wrong, I like our modern penny and our modern dime. Even the modern nickel to a certain extent. Not a huge fan of the quarter, to be honest with you. I don't really understand the deer thing. But yeah, our coinage just it's gone downhill. Let's put it that way. It's gone downhill. Like, let's look at this thing. Look at that. Stunning. And remember how I was telling you it looks like he's in a wheelchair, and then it was just so blurry that you couldn't tell? That's what I meant. The Union Jack, the shield, which I couldn't even really tell was a shield last time, looks like the wheel of a wheelchair. I'm sorry if you don't like the truth, but it kind of does. Okay, let's... I find these ones to be really cool too. So this is a krona. An island krona. So this is from Iceland. And look at that, just beautiful coin, man. Gorgeous coin. I'm glad I switched to the open palm. I was really screwing that up at the start. Beautiful coin. Don't know a whole lot about here's another one. This one's a 2 krona. Look at that cow over here. I probably didn't need to point that out. So cool. Alright, which one do we go with next? Let's just finish off. I think this is the last one of these. So this is an island ore. So I'm guessing the difference between ore, krona, and kroner is denominational. I don't know. 1960 this one is. I might gift that one to my mother. She was born in 1960. I like the ribbon at the bottom of the wreath too. Is that meant to be wheat? Not sure. But again, just a gorgeous coin. Very cool. Let's go with this one. So this one is pre-World War I. From Canada. You'll see why I hesitated to tell you that in a little bit. That one says Edward. And that was 06. So I think that was George's father, Edward the 7th, I believe. Is that what it is? Or is it Edward the 5th? It might be Edward the 5th. I'm not sure. Because it said it's Edward VS 7. King. Dei Gratia Rex Imperator is something king, ruler, something like that. Gorgeous coin. Let's put it with the other Canadian. And since this, let's actually set those ones to the side because they're pretty cool. Not like super cool, don't get like super excited. Let's look at this one. We've looked at a couple of these, but I've never given it to you in good detail. So this is a 55 Cyprus. 5 mils, whatever a mil is. It's probably their equivalent to dollar, I would assume. Liz the Second. And a beautiful effigy. Just gorgeous. I really like those coins. They're really nice. They're not like, you know, spectacular or anything. Here's another really cool one. Okay, so let's flip this on this side first. You'll see this is a 1 cent. It's a wheat penny. But do you notice anything weird about it? That's right. It's not penny. It's not copper. This was a war penny, and it's made out of steel. It's a steel penny, which I find to just be incredibly fascinating. This is another one that is never going to leave my possession because it's worth literally nothing. But it's very cool. I mean, the story is valuable to me. It's awesome. I just love it. It helps that she was my, that's my grandmother too. This is another one. I actually didn't really realize that I had two of them. I don't know how I didn't realize that, but I didn't. This one's in a little worse shape. Overall, not bad though. That's more like just that could probably be cleaned off. I'm not going to clean it off, but it looks like it could be cleaned off. So 2 steel pennies from the war era. Very cool. Very cool. I just find that to be fascinating. You guys might not care in the slightest, but I do. Maybe you do care. Maybe I'm being rude here. Here's another not so interesting one. So let's just get that out of the way. 65. It's funny to me though how the coins, like the ones that I find on the beach from the 70s and the 60s and the 50s, all look way better than anything newer than that. So anything newer than that looks tore up comparatively, and that's not just like on a couple of pennies. This is a noticeable trend. It's wild. I don't know what they were doing with the alloys in those times, but. So 62, I don't think this is silver. I think they stopped the silver for the nickels in 39, maybe? I'll put the graphic up on screen to show you exactly which ones are silver. And I'm going to have a video showcasing that soon. I won't give away why, but I will have a video showcasing that very soon. Okay, let's try this one. This one's kind of interesting. Not sure why it ended up in her possession, to be honest with you. I don't think she went down to Mexico. Mexicanos. But I find that coin to just be like the serpent and the eagle, very symbolic. Very symbolic. What was the year on that one? The 60s, right? 50s, 59? 59, yeah. And I think that M denotes Mexico City, but I'm not sure. They probably don't have that many minting facilities. Okay. Seeing lots of King George VI here. So let's go with this one. Yeah, this is fine. 1917. So the war was still going on. 1 penny. And I believe that's a British coin. I believe. I'm not 100% sure of that, but just a gorgeous coin, man. Just simply gorgeous. Even if he looks like he's sitting in a wheelchair a bit. And I can't imagine British people are going to like that much. And I do have some British watchers going by my... So here's the one that I was a little hesitant to say it was from Canada earlier. So here's one from Australia. Australia. And here's, I believe that's a different depiction of Sir George V. That's also a pretty coin though. And if I remember correctly, there's a kangaroo somewhere, right? Yes, down here. Wait. Maybe there's another one from Australia here, because I'm almost certain that there was a kangaroo on it. What's this one? Oh, a 43 Fireling. Okay. If you've watched any if you grew up watching The Simpsons like I did, that was kind of in a joke about Grandpa at one point, I think. I think the Fireling was in it. Back in my day, we had two whatevers for whatever. I'll put a clip up because I'm going to sound ridiculous if I don't. Another very nice coin. I really like that. Why can't we make cool coins like this now? Maybe the Brits do still have cool coins, I don't know. Never been to Britain. Would love to go. Should I go? I'm going to be doing some traveling at the end of the summer. Help me decide where I should go. Another Mexican, 71. So even their coins up to the newer day, man. Very cool. I really like that. I really like their coins. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Almost to the end. Okay, so this is just a 52. We find these at the beach. What does that say? Does that say KG? I wonder why that says KG. Interesting. Might have to look into that. Not sure. Much nicer shape than the ones that we find at the beach. For the most part, we have found some nice ones at the beach, though. I will say. And here we have a halfpenny from 36. Just pre-war. And I believe that was the last year that George V would have been featured and George VI would have featured in the next year. I wonder if that's rare because of that. Probably not. This one's kind of war too. You can tell it's been passed around in its 80 years of existence. Okay, 2 left. Let's go with this one. So this is just another 1 penny from the very start of the war. Another depiction of George V. Just a gorgeous coin, man. Gorgeous. Look at the detail on his ear. So cool. They knew a thing or two about style back then. So maybe that was the one with Australia on it, and I invented one with a kangaroo on it. Can't quite make out the year on that one. Oh, okay, I think it's 1909. Something anyway. It's pretty wore down though. If you get it at just the right angle. Anyway. Alright. Awesome, that was a really good batch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Alright, if you guys liked this video of showing off my coin collection, it would mean a lot to me if you would hit like on the video. And head over to my channel and subscribe for more videos very similar to it. And also if you would share this video with anyone that you might think would like it. And other than that, we hope to catch you on the next one. And until then, peace.